Let's start off this Cardano news update with some pretty good news that came out of Cardano Fest. And this is the event that happened late last week, where a lot of the really bright minds in the Cardano ecosystem got together, all these really good devs that have been building out protocol level stuff, brand new features and whatnot. And they highlighted and showcased a lot of really cool tech. So all these cool teams got together, could actually see what each one of them were building over the last year. And a lot of cool stuff came out of it. And let me just highlight some really good stuff. First off, the Midnight team were also there, and they've been building out the Midnight chain and been working with a lot of collaborators to start building up their ecosystem. So they went through a bunch of things: interoperability, Midnight architecture, private smart contracts, plus selective disclosure, the Mesh SDK for Midnight, tutorials, examples, and docs, and further enhancement. Now, this is really cool. The Mesh SDK guys, they've been building a lot of front-end tools for Cardano and all the smart contract side of things there. But they've also built out a bunch of the Midnight side of things. So if you wanted to get ahead of the competition right now, I highly recommend that you look into MeshJS and all of the dev tools that they've built over the last year in regards to everything they've built in the Cardano ecosystem, but then also for Midnight now. It's all TypeScript based, it's all within their SDK. And if you want to find out more about how it all works, find it at meshjs.dev. You'll be able to go through their libraries there and find out what you can start building within the Cardano ecosystem. So this is a really nice way of going about it. I've got a lot of React components. So if you're a React developer, you'll be able to pick up anything here and start integrating in Aiken smart contracts, Hydra L2 solutions, things for Midnight, and also the Polkadot substrate blockchain builder. So a lot of cool stuff here, guys. So hats off to the MeshJS team. Now, I do these videos on a regular basis to keep you guys up to date with everything that's happening. I do all these interviews, and I don't get paid for any of this. All my revenue primarily comes from the YouTube ads and sale of NFTs. So if you want to support the channel, you can become a channel member. You can have a look here. These are all my fantastic channel members at the moment. You can subscribe if you have the means to do so, and it's just a price of a cup of coffee. So I've kept it as low as possible. So if you do have the means, if you do want to support, you can do so that way, and it keeps me going, keeps me motivated, and keeps me producing these videos for you guys. If you can't afford that, that's totally fine. You don't need to. Don't feel guilty that you can't, but if you can, at least hit that like and subscribe button. It helps with the algorithm and it helps me get these videos out there for the community. Now, with that out of the way, let's get back to it. We also have some highlights from HydraHub and other community members. So this is just one. I couldn't go through everyone's updates, but I thought I'd point this one out here because Hydra is going to be a big thing for scalability for the ecosystem. So Hydra is an L2 solution, and you'll be able to spin up this type of infrastructure really easily thanks to things like HydraHub. So this is something to keep an eye out on as well. There isn't any like an ecosystem token or anything like that. This is purely a bit of tech that builders can pick up to make their dApps faster. So this is a really cool thing that we can see from the ecosystem at the moment. So we've got Hydra. It was released a while back, but now we've got tooling and all these other things building on top of it to make that deployment easier and quicker. So this is one of those things that is going to really boost the ecosystem in general. Now, this update here from TXPipe, I won't go through it because I know a lot of you won't understand the technical aspects behind it, but they're on a mission to make the coding and developer experience on Cardano easier as it is in the EVM space. And one of the really hard things is the transactions that you can pull up from the Cardano blockchain explorers. You grab the transactions and it's really hard to work out what's going on in that transaction. This bit of code that they've worked up, TX3, will allow you to break that apart and get a better understanding. So this is kind of like an interface into the transactions. I think that's a good way to describe it. But this will make the developer experience a lot easier. So thank you, TXPipe, for working on that. And if you are a developer, you can find out more about this at Talos, Cardano data node. And you can follow the links down below, and there's some demos on here as well. So if anyone does want to dig in and have a look at how it all works, you can have a look at the show notes down below and find out a little bit more about what TXPipe are doing. This particular update here, this was really, really good to see. There was hints that the Midgard team, Midgard are building a optimistic L2 rollup for the ecosystem. So this is another L2 solution that will allow dApps to scale up the transactions and make really fast ecosystem dApps, but without needing to do much more work other than deploying on Midgard. So this is same to same, one-to-one code that you get on the Cardano ecosystem, you put it onto Midgard and you would have the same dApp. So imagine going to MinSwap and you could choose the chain. Do you want to do it on Cardano L1 or Midgard? And you'll be able to interact either one exactly the same way, and one's just a lot faster because it's on the L2. So we will have options. We will see dApps pick that up and deploy on Midgard as well. So this is going to be really cool. Now, the significant stuff here of why it's so cool, look at this. Transactions fees in the range of 0.000238 ADA. So at the moment, transaction fee for a DEX transaction might be, 1.2-ish, plus batcher fees and whatever else might be on top of that. So it does add up. And if you were doing a lot of fast or trying to do fast transactions, like trading every minute, for example, those transaction fees will be insane. And you can't do that faster type of trading that a lot of people do, the minute by minute trading and trading against those 5% swings on the minute candles. So being able to have these super low fees on Midgard is really, really important. TPS is higher than L1. It didn't go into details in regards to how much faster, but you might be able to see from these screenshots here, recorded transaction per second. I really can't see from this screenshot, but it looks like 10, but I really can't see. But it's the ability to get faster transactions than the Cardano L1 is the key thing here. And then we also have opportunities for liquidity providers to get premiums from off-ramping users. Not sure what that is exactly, or maybe off-ramping to Midgard. I'm not sure, but that might be an interesting play there to move liquidity around. Of course, it all still rolls up back to the Cardano main chain, but you do need liquidity, from what I understand, on Midgard as well. So this is going to be a very interesting time when this one rolls out. So Midgard, awesome stuff there. I can't wait to find out more about it. Now, this other update here from Raul, this is around 0 ADA spent for a transaction. Now, this is where Babel fees are coming in. So this is using other tokens or a treasury or a third party to pay for your fees, as opposed to paying yourself with ADA. And this is significant because it will, hopefully, the idea is increase the amount of transactions on the chain, because you are no longer paying transaction fees. They're being paid by another means, whether you're paying in a fluid token, which is the token that you're trading with, or something else. So this is making things a lot more appealing to trade on Cardano directly. And this is thanks to all their work that they've been doing with Aquarium. That's their Babel fee feature. I've tried it out on the testnet already, and it indeed did a transaction without any ADA as fees. So this is really cool stuff. And you can see from these other demos here, I think this is on Begin Wallet. I can't tell. I think that's Vespa. I think this is Begin Wallet, just by the coloring. That is definitely Eternal. And that is definitely Lace. But you can see the common thing here is they're moving a little bit of ADA, fluid tokens, and the transaction fees is 0. That's absolutely amazing. That's the main thing to get out of this particular update. And we're going to see this very soon. So when? Mainnet, 14th of May, mid next month. So a couple of weeks' time, about 3 weeks, we'll see this live on Mainnet. This is awesome. And will DEXs have to do extra work to make this happen? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that, but it looks like maybe it can be implemented on the wallet level, which makes things really appealing. Now, this other update from the team here is around running an Aquarium validator node. So if you watched my video about setting up a Cardano node from home and running the code there so that you can make some extra revenue, this is where all of that practice that you had with setting up a node at home can now be applied to running an Aquarium node. Now, the Aquarium node, it looks like you will need some fluid tokens into the staked into the node. So I'm guessing they're hinting here 30K fluid token. I haven't seen the documentation or anything around it yet, but it looks like you need a certain amount of fluid tokens on your node to be able to run the node as a validator. So that locks up various tokens, increased buying pressure for more people that want to run these nodes. So it's good for the fluid token ecosystem overall. But the actual node itself runs on Docker. So if you're familiar with running Docker commands and building from there, you'll be able to run and get this working as an Aquarium validator. Now, I did see here there is Raspberry Pi support. So I've got 2 of these old Raspberry Pis that are sitting around, which aren't strong enough to be Cardano nodes anymore, but it sounds like they're powerful enough to be Raspberry Pi, not Raspberry Pi validators, be strong enough to be Aquarium validators. So that's good. I can reuse some of this old hardware. They've got the inbuilt NVEM hard drives. That's kind of like a SSD hard drive in there, but super fast. So it should be more than capable to run one of these validator nodes for fluid tokens. I'm going to have to play with it. I'll report back and let you guys know how it all goes. But full guide here, like I said, if you've gone through and done the Cardano node tutorial and everything and followed that through, you should be able to follow these ones here and set up your own node within your own hardware as well. It is a Java-based one. You do need a Blockfrost key as well. So there's a little bit more to it. You have to set up a brand new wallet too. So there's a bit of work to do, but it seems a lot easier because I've got the full documentation here. So do check that one out. I think I will be a fluid tokens node provider here. Looks good to me. Now, while I was researching that, I did find some other opportunities around that for SPOs and node providers. And this one here is Icebreaker. So these are Icebreaker nodes for Blockfrost. So Blockfrost is an API that is widely used within the Cardano ecosystem to interact and read data from the chain. And this here is the idea of decentralizing the Blockfrost nodes, reducing the cost of their hardware, but then also giving rewards to the SPOs that run the nodes. Now, this was posted late last year in November 2024. It is now April, 28th of April. So this is old news. I completely missed this one though. But I did submit a application for this one. So maybe I can join in as a late comer here. But, Input Output IOG do own this now. And they are working out ways to improve Blockfrost, decentralize that network and make it better. So at the moment, or might be transitioning, Blockfrost would have their own infrastructure and their own nodes. They'll have a cost to running that, and they'll have to maintain that and keep it up and running to be able to provide this service for the whole ecosystem. So that all falls down to IOG at the moment. And if they ever go to business, they don't have the funds to keep Blockfrost running. All the dApps out there, all the Cardano Press websites even, if they're running on Blockfrost, they won't be able to connect to the Cardano blockchain. So having this decentralized and run by stateful operators in the network will ensure that this will always stay up and online. If there's a good incentive ecosystem there, we can take advantage of that and run our own nodes, keep Blockfrost running, keep the ecosystem running, not just through the nodes, but further. And this is overall a really good approach. So I remember from Catalyst proposals a long time ago that they were looking at decentralizing this. So it's good to see that the path is still being walked, and we will see a decentralized Blockfrost in the future. So awesome stuff. Check that one out as well if you're a node operator, and you can find out a little bit more about it all. Now, I've got a giveaway here, guys. So this here is Cardano for the Masses new book. This is the Aiken book. This is How to Aiken. This probably isn't the best example here, but there it is. That is the book there. You can see it on screen. This is How I Can Aiken. If you ever want to learn how to do smart contracts on Cardano, this is a brilliant book to start off with. I claimed my copy, so I've got 1 copy for myself, but I have another 10 copies to give away to you guys. So if you're interested, please reach out in the comments down below. I will DM you from the comments, and hopefully I'll be able to give you one of the redeem codes. That way, you can, if you're interested, learn how to Aiken yourself. This is a giveaway via the Book.io, Cardano Foundation, and John Green here. John Green is a course writer for the Cardano Foundation. So I dug into what he's doing at the moment, and that's the position that he's in. So this is about engaging the Cardano ecosystem and giving away these learning resources to people so they can start writing smart contracts. Now, Aiken has made that process so much easier. So if you want to learn, please pick up this resource and start building smart contracts. So leave a comment down below, guys. And while you're there, hit that thumbs up, like, subscribe, notification bell. I'll keep you updated with everything that's happening in the space. So let's have a look at some ecosystem updates now. And this one here I thought was really cool. This is a couple of updates from the Begin Wallet team, and they've built in lending and earning yield directly from their wallet. So this allows you to interact with Liquid Finance. Now, Liquid Finance is one of those really cool borrowing lending protocols on the Cardano ecosystem. They've been around for a long time, but this here is a brilliant way of interacting with Liquid Finance without needing to go to their website and learning how the interface works or anything like that. It is directly in your wallet. Invest directly in wallet, track, tap, done. Yes, in seconds. So you get the a bit of liquidity that you need, like a USDM or USDC, have it in your wallet, and you can earn APY directly from in your wallet via the Liquid Finance protocol. So this is brilliant work by the Begin Wallet team. But it doesn't end there. We've also got more stuff. We've got Angentic T. Now, this is a AI play. This is an AI thing that FluxPoint Studios has been working on. And they have now integrated in this AI tool as an advisor within the wallet. So now you can go and ask the AI there, which is all tapped into the Cardano ecosystem, has all the data there available, and you can use that AI agent to ask, hey, what's going on with this particular token? Is it a good time to trade, etc., etc. So this is really cool. So this is definitely something to play around with and get a better understanding how it works, but it will help you along with your trading, give ratings and whatnot to help you determine if you should be buying or selling or whatever it is within the Cardano ecosystem. So Begin Wallet, that's some really cool integrations there. Now, going along with what the FluxPoint Studio guys have been doing, this is a really cool update. This is an integration between the agent and X directly. So now you can actually send and execute transactions on X. So here you can see in this example here, all right, Angentic, let's send Decimalus, that's an ADA handle, 15 ADA from another ADA handle, I capital. So now the agent is executing the transfer of 15 ADA from one wallet to another, smooth as butter, just how we like it. And then it's confirming the details of it here. Now it's telling them to sign it in your wallet and Game Changer wallet. So you click on that, the wallet will appear, and then you'll be able to sign that particular transaction. So that is awesome stuff. And then here you can see it on Discord as well. It's the same similar kind of thing. You can see the wallet here for doing that transaction, and then it will send that particular transaction afterwards after you've signed it. So really cool stuff. It makes things a lot more flexible. You don't need to find all the details of the wallet addresses. You just type in their ADA handles, and then the X or Discord will pop up and execute that or write the transaction for you, and then you can sign and execute it. So really cool stuff there, guys. And going along the AI side of things, this is an update from Nate from Olympus Insights, and they are creating an AI personal tutor alongside their courses. So you can go through their courses and learn all about crypto trading and everything that's happening in the Cardano space. and get really good at all of that stuff as well. But here we have an AI agent that is put into the platform that will allow you to ask questions in various different languages, and it will answer it for you. So if there's something in the course that doesn't make sense, you don't understand it, or you need it explained in a different way, you can ask their AI personal tutor to do that for you. Really cool stuff, guys. This will make learning for anyone on the platform so much easier. I know that Nate, you've been working hard on this platform. I've seen like some stats. A lot more people are starting to jump in now, earning the rewards there from Olympus Insight. So really, really good work there. And AI is definitely the future of learning. I'm a little bit scared of how it will look and how it will come into schools and classrooms and whatnot. But having an extra aid to help you along the way of your learning, really, really cool to see. And having it in the Cardano crypto space is definitely a thing. So check that one out, guys. Check out their Oli token as well, which is the token that powers their ecosystem. Now, if you're wondering what you can do on the Cardano blockchain other than trading coins on dexes and all that, we've got two prediction markets. Aquarium, which launched, not launched, but started building about maybe 2 years ago now. They're almost at the point now where they are launching on testnet. So 30th of April, a couple of days from now, they'll be launching on testnet. This is what you can expect. They improved user interface, dark light themes, faster transactions, real-time market alerts, liquidity provider features, and user market creation up to 10% of the market matching fee. So this is really good movement for the team there. The testnet V2, I should say, not V1. V2, it will be live this Wednesday. So check it out and see what they're up to. You can check out their current testnet, I'm assuming, as well. But this is good to see that we have another prediction market coming online. So this update here is from Bodega Markets, and they are working on V3 of their platform, their prediction market, and this is tradable shares. So if you put in a bet on a particular market and you needed that liquidity, you need to exit it early, you can. You'll be able to sell that at a discounted price from what it may be gaining on the market. So let's say you put something down, you've got like 100 gain on that particular prediction market. You could sell it at a discount for 80. That way you'll get liquidity straight away. And then the other person will pocket that extra 20 ADA when the market actually matures. Kind of like a bond, treasury bond or something like that. You're not just holding onto it to the end of its maturity before it renews. You can just sell it on the market beforehand at a discount rate or whatever it is. So really, really good stuff to see. Their stats are going quite strongly. They've got over 100 users now, and I'm one of them. So I've been playing around with Bodega Markets just to see how it all works and trying to make some gains off the platform too. So this is really cool stuff. Do check out these two platforms. At the moment, I'm really liking what Bodega are up to. Now, another platform that I have tried out, and this is the brand new Safe Swaps from VyFinance. This is OTC trades, over-the-counter trades, powered by Plutus V3, the very first V3 smart contract on the Cardano ecosystem. And this allows you to do a swap or put a swap on market at your set price as a private transaction, which you can then match up with another counterparty. So let's say I wanted to trade 100 ADA directly to you, but at a discounted price, because maybe you're giving me some extra third-party service. Maybe I'm giving you 100 ADA at a discounted price because I can use your API service that you're using for a discount. So whatever deal you've come up with there, you can work that out and say, hey, let's do this OTC trade on VyFinance. So that way we don't need to sell it on market and move the market, or me send you that asset, that ADA directly, then you send me the other asset back. Because there's that trust aspect. You might just run away with the ADA. Doing it this way, all smart contracts, all verified on chain, and we don't need to worry about that trust level there. It's all executed by smart contracts. It's a trustless. It's all on chain. So this is the value proposition of these safe swaps. So really cool stuff there, guys, from VyFinance. Big hats off to you guys. Now, this is the last ecosystem update I'll do, but I've got some more governance updates coming up. But here, Shaz, here's at token 2049 in Dubai at the moment, and it sounds like it's buzzing. Lots of chains, lots of builders, everyone talking about interoperability, innovation, future of Web3. But where are the Cardano builders? They're a bidler fest, but you know, sure. But they should be at these events too. If you're not in these events, front of mind, in front of all these other builders within the ecosystem, they're just going to look at Cardano and say, hey, there's nothing happening on Cardano. Just look around you. You can see Sui here. You can see Bitcoin builders, Ethereum builders, Polygon builders. There's no one here from Cardano. So we can just, from this event, assume that no one from Cardano is building anything. And that is something that is not good. And it's definitely a missed opportunity, as Shaz here says. Like we need to make sure that we are at these cross-chain events. A conference with 350 plus side events, you'd think is a great shot at expanding scope, cross-pollinating ideas, and locking in integrations. Yes, it is. It really is. So where are all the Cardano people? Why aren't you there? Well, I can't afford it. That's for one. Token 2049 is hugely expensive in Dubai, so it's not something that I'll play around with myself. But you know, if you are a builder, if you do have funding, make sure you go to these events. The next Token 2049 is in Singapore later this year, and I really hope people do go. I'm trying to get there myself. I'll see if I can scramble up the funds so I can get there for a couple of days. I heard it is absolutely phenomenal from the other people that have gone, have been at the event. It doesn't sound like we'll get any sort of Cardano booth there unless we get a certain governance proposal approved. But get your asses over there. It's definitely something you need to be at. We need to spread the word of what Cardano is actually doing, and this is definitely something that is worthwhile. Anyway, Shaz, good work. Spread the word. Keep on building. All right, so let's go through some governance updates now. I know a lot of people aren't interested in this one here. I know even from my online polls, it seemed like there was a lot of engagement around it. But looking at the stats on the videos that are specifically governance, a lot of you people don't care about what's happening in terms of governance on the Cardano ecosystem. But for those that do, tune in. So first off, in my last update, I talked about Jane's proposal that she put up online that allowed for a new net change limit, the 200 million ADA net change limit. So this will limit the amount of ADA that can go out of the Cardano budget for this year. 200 million kind of made sense because we only have roughly 7 months left really in reality after all this is all approved to spend those funds. But you know, I voted for the 350 million ADA. Like I said in my last video, we don't need to spend all of it. So I'm going to go through and make sure I'm voting on the correct amount and tallying it up to maybe 250, just under 300 million ADA. So I've just got to check those numbers. But this here, the community did jump in, and it looks like the Denogo team put up the funds to put up that particular proposal online. So it cost a deposit of 100,000 ADA, and you'll be able to, from there, put up your governance action, whatever it might be. And this is it here. So it's online now. If you did want to vote for this one, you can. This is a governance action to have a net change limit of 250 million ADA instead of 350 million ADA. I don't know if this is too late, but it expires on the 30th of May. So next month. I think that might be way too late to get everything ready. So I really think we need to just push that last net change limit through, which has already expired, by the way. If you didn't vote, you're too late. But I'll probably abstain from voting for this one because I already voted for the other one. But you know, it's good to see that community stepped in, and you know, there's enough voices out there that wanted this different net change limit out, and it looks like a lot of people did vote for it here, but not enough really to, in terms of amount of ADA, that's a very low voting power. One person in particular can vote no on this and just wipe out all those votes. But good to see that the community did jump in and try and push their different alternative view through the governance protocol too. Now, in terms of the budget in general, the dates have been updated, so voting will now close on the 5th of May. Thank you for putting this date up and changing it. I had no idea, actually, what the date was supposed to be. I tried looking on the GovTools website, I tried looking through various posts from Intersect, and I could not find a due date for any of this stuff. So I'm thankful that I came across this one, because now I know the official updated due date. For all I know, the due date could have been yesterday, and I would have missed out on voting for anything. I'm still doing my research. There's way too much to go through. So apologies for anyone that was wondering what I was voting on. I have not done it yet. And if this voting did close yesterday, I would have missed out on voting altogether, and I would have failed you guys miserably. But thankfully, this has been updated to the 5th of May, and I will be still be able to vote. I'll put up all my voting and rationale very soon. I've got the spreadsheet up and running. I just got to go through all these small proposals to make sure that if they need to go through, they can. And there are some really small protocol ones that I've asked for, like 100K ADA, just to update some nodes and libraries that we do need in this space. So I just want to make sure that they get the funding they need. And this is some of those protocol level things that do need the funding. Things like Lucid, Midgard, Palace, Talos, StraussStream, UTXO, RPC, Pi, Cardano, Option, Gerolamo, and Amaru. Now, all of those names, they're not DEXs, they're not dApps, they don't have any monetization behind them. These are all like transaction libraries. This is an L2 protocol. This is, I don't know what these are. This is dollars. This is things from TX Pipe, StarStream. I can't remember what it was now, but I should know. Pi Cardano, this is Python version of Cardano. Option is the, I think, TypeScript one. I can't remember now. And Amaru is the Rust version of Cardano node. None of these things have any sort of business model where they could earn revenue in the future. They won't be sold. Maybe the Cardano Foundation might pick them up like it did with Aiken and start supporting the developers there and applying resources. Something like that might happen. But the original creators of this would be paying for any of the development out of their pocket. So I want to make sure these type of projects that are needed on Cardano do get all the funding they need. So this is something that's really important. And I'm keeping an eye out on all those ones. So hopefully I don't miss any. Now, Intersect is also having their elections at the moment, and unpopular opinion here, EL did put out a website here. This is a voting tool, which is pretty cool. This will allow you to go through their all the people that are going for election positions in all of these committees. So if you're interested in that, if you are an Intersect member, do check this one out, because it is coming up to the deadline of voting for that as well. Now, if you guys do need some extra third-party opinions in regards to what to vote for these particular budget proposals, the Cardano Yoda here has a nice list of rationales of what he voted for with a conservative budget spend as well. So this is a 222 million ADA spend, voted no for everything else. That's my approach as well. But I'll be looking at slightly higher than that, maybe 250 to 300. Based on all the different areas that are being submitted. And I'll put up my rationale up very soon as well after this. But if you want a third opinion, if you're voting on your own and you want something to follow off as well, this is definitely a good post. I'll put the links down below for this one. This one here, I won't put behind the paywall on the Learn Cardano website. I'll put it directly in the show notes so that you guys can get access to it. But guys, that's all I have for this particular update. I didn't want to keep you guys too long in this particular one. Lots of really exciting stuff happening in the space here. And don't forget about that ecosystem giveaway for the Aiken book here. If I can find the link to it, there it is. Don't forget to leave your ADA handle down below. I'll contact you guys directly, and I'll be able to hopefully give you that redeemer code. And hopefully I can get some more of these codes as well. And then we can all start learning how to write smart contracts in Aiken. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, like, subscribe, notification bell on your way out, and I'll see you in the next video.